question.
They say they're going to be there for the people most in need, like the $1,000 an hour consultants over at McKinsey, a company that received over $100 million for work that public servants say was of little or no value. The total amount this government is spending on high-priced consultants, $15 billion. That is $1,000 for every single family in Canada. Wow. No wonder Canadians are eating increasingly at food banks after 8 years of this government. No wonder seniors can't keep the heat on. Why won't they give us an answer? How much did McKinsey get in total?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, and I remember in my time in opposition looking at the member opposite who sat in a government that had a poverty rate of 14.5%. And you know how often they talked about poverty or people in food banks? Never. And in fact, what has happened under this government is that rate has been reduced by 56%. We have lifted literally over 1.5 million people out of poverty. And I would point out that under the worst period of growth since 1946, which his government presided over, that this government in turn has seen more than 1.5 million jobs created since they left office.
Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Well, there they go, telling Canadians, stop all your complaining. You've never had it so good. If you're one of the 1.5 million people eating at a food bank, stop your complaining. You've never had it so good. If you're one of those people going to a food bank seeking help with suicide, which is becoming increasingly common, they tell you, you've never had it so good. If you're one of the 35-year-olds living in your parents' basement because this government's policies have doubled rent and doubled mortgage payments, they tell you you've never had it so good. Why? Because they're spending all their time with McKinsey consultants. How much did those consultants get from taxpayers?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, when the world is going through something incredibly difficult, you have a choice of what you can do. You can look them in the eyes and tell them straight that they're in the most difficult time that humanity has gone through since the Second World War, or you can retweet what's going wrong in the world and make YouTube videos. It's time for serious leadership.